Some real
Let me ask you something on more of a personal level. My daughter lives in Seattle. My grandson is almost 2. I've only seen him a couple of times. She's really wants me to come out and see him. I am real hesitant about getting in an airplane for 4 or 5 hours with a bunch of strangers and flying to Seattle. And I don't know what to tell her. You're shaking your head, so I think it's probably a bad idea, right?
Yeah, you know what, we're finding more and more that those long plane trips are really dangerous. There was a lot of Los Angeles turns out to have been seeded by one surgeon who was on a plane from New York, flew across the Atlantic, flew across from a nonstop flight from New York to LA, got there, died 2 days later of COVID, and no one said anything. I mean, nobody knew on the plane that they were infected, and of course that seeded a lot of, apparently it may have seeded a lot of what happened in LA, which is having a big outbreak. So if you want a plane, can you drive? That would be an option. Can you drive it?
2,000 miles. It's a bit of a drive,
Okay.
So.
Yeah, just a bit.
But it is. But so here's the deal. If you get on a plane, step one is you want to get there safely. So drive your own car. And then, when you get into the plane, it's nice to be able to have all your hand wash all that stuff down, keep it wet. 3 seconds of wetness. It can't dry off. It can't be just a wipe. It's got to be wet. And then, and that means spray everything. The seat belts, it covers the window shades, right? The tray tables, your armrests.
Oh yeah, you can't touch anything.
Whole 9 yards. Wear your gloves, right? Bring your hand sanitizers. Tell the people that you don't want any service. Thank you very much. Sit by a window. If you have to have a choice, if you have people, try to keep at least two rows in front and behind you open. Fly first class. Don't and do it right, because that gives you more social distancing if you can afford it. Check all your bags. Don't screw around with getting up, breathing on people. Exhaling deeply when you're inhaling, when you're rolling your bags in. Check all that crap. Get there, and then the problem is that if you're worried about infecting your granddaughter, you have to wait 14 days, right? Because you don't know. You won't know for at least 5.5 days. You got to wait, as we said last time. You have to wait that long to get diagnosed. Takes you a day and a half to get the cycle done. At that point, it may or may not be correct, but about 80% chance you'll know if it's correct or not. And then you gotta wait all that time. I'd say at least 10 days before you see any symptoms, and then you can see her. But that's a long. So you may as well drive out there, enjoy yourself, drive back, and you'll see her more than you would if you flew.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. I now have ammunition to share with my daughter, because I was saying I didn't think it was a good idea. Not to mention that I'm a senior citizen now, so that puts me in a high risk group. Right?
It's more dangerous for you than it is for your daughter.
Yeah.
Is the truth. Seattle's in pretty good shape. As far as the COVID virus goes. I guess they have some things going on downtown with the protests, but that's happening everywhere. But overall, Washington State is coming up a little bit, but it's not so bad. Michigan's it's better for them to come visit you.
Yes, I'll talk to her.
No, my son's getting on an airplane next week, but he's only flying to Minneapolis. His environmental consulting company's cleaning up a toxic waste site in Minnesota, and they want him there for 10 days. So
that's about an hour flight or something?
Yeah, hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. So that's not quite as dangerous, I wouldn't think, but I'll be sure to tell him to wipe everything down.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life, but LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.